Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Tristan Wendt, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. And today I'm joined with Kingsley. Kingsley's in here for his 6th and final treatment with us here at Advanced Chiropractic. Kingsley is traveling all the way over from Bahrain. How long was that trip for you over in the...
It's a total of about 17 hours.
Quite a haul there, huh?
About an hour to Doha, Qatar, and then 17 hours almost from Qatar to Houston.
So he saw his first 4 visits with Dr. Johnson, and now he's finishing his last 2 here with me on a Thursday. It's Dr. Johnson's weekend right now. So tell the YouTube audience and the crack addicts out there a little bit what brought you over to Advanced Chiropractic Relief here.
Okay, so been watching the channel for quite a while. I should have done this a lot sooner. So I've been suffering with upper back issues for about 8 years. And yeah, should have got this done way sooner. I suffered most of my life with lower back problems.
But you've seen some chiropractors along the way with all of this.
Seen a lot of chiropractors, and to be honest, the chiropractors I've seen are wonderful people, and they do a great job. But the missing link, I think, is the spinal decompression, because that's what's really made a difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's not only for you, but for everyone. And that's what got me into this entire profession was the Y-axis decompression, aka ring dinger adjustment that you hear so often on YouTube and see so often nowadays. But we've got, I think, around 30 licensed chiropractors across the U.S. now practicing these different techniques. And you even got to meet Dr. V this past week when she was in here doing her follow-up training with Dr. Johnson.
Very nice lady,
so hopefully we can get some over in Dubai and around the Bahrain area here pretty soon as well. Huh?
Of course, that would be great.
Kingsley, let's show them how we get this done here. And Kingsley, tell them a little bit about what the worst part is so far this week about being here for the 3 days.
So I guess part of it is you get bolted in, and that creates some bruising. So the bruising is pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a very common theme with all of our patients, even myself. When I came back from Palmer, we go for it right here.
But it's worth it for sure.
Absolutely. And it's just from the stabilization point that we have to get on top of those iliac crests there. But like I said, even coming back from Palmer, when I graduated and everything, got back down here, I wanted to go through the twice a day for 3 days that we take all of our out-of-state, out-of-country patients through, and that was the #1 thing that I noticed by the end of it was just that bruising on either side there.
Yeah.
So like you said, you'll take a little bit of bruising over the spine pain you were dealing with.
Oh yeah, it's totally worth it.
And even outside the adjustments and stuff too, we've been giving you lots of homework and things to kind of do going back home as well now, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see what can be done to try and assist the process. But the icing as well is a good thing to be doing. I've never really done icing before.
Yeah, we give those instructions every day, and not very many people do them.
Definitely
The
helps.
ones that do get better quicker and stay better longer.
Okay, my last one.
Yes, sir. Bottom of the 9th here. I went to the Astros game yesterday and watched Jordan hit a home run, so now I'm warmed up for mine here. Even though they didn't win. Deep breath for me. And all the way out. Keep those teeth together for me there. There we go. Home run, my friend. You felt that all the way down, didn't you?
Yeah. Deep breaths in.
Do they get easier?
Yeah, it's the second one was the most intense. That was a real shock to the system.
So the sensation that you feel of the actual adjustment gets easier. Like we talked about, the hardest part for you right now is just those bruising.
It's the bruising, yeah.
Upper left-hand side first here. Drop that right shoulder for me. There we go. Even better movement there this afternoon too.
Yeah.
So Dr. Johnson's been breaking loose all that concrete, and I just get to finish it all off for you here today before we send you back. Drop that right shoulder there. Good. I know that one wasn't as loud and clicky for the video there, but I know you felt all that movement right there in that C-spine. I always like taking those opportunities and pointing that out, because that's what an adjustment is. It's that movement that you feel being established in those joints, not just that popping or clicking sensation that you get. It's just oftentimes associated with chiropractic adjustments. All right, Kingsley, we'll go face down here next. So we've got you decompressed. We'll go into our BioPhysics table. Do some extension lumbar PA practice.
My arms on the floor.
You can relax them under the arm pieces for now, and then once I get to those upper thoracic adjustments, that's when we'll get you to switch it up. So he's about 1/4 of an inch short on that right-hand side, but it does get even as I bring it up here. Actually goes a little bit longer there right at the end as well.
That feels way better than it was before.
Compared to day 1, huh?
That was hurting in my lumbar before.
Yeah, Probably even felt it kind of stiffening up into the upper thoracics on those first few days, not so much today, obviously. I'm starting that right SI joint first. Again, the biggest thing I want you thinking about is just that breathing pattern. Just nice deep breaths into the nose, and all the way out to the mouth. Feel you trying to buck up against me there, huh? That's where I'll change it up, kind of juke you out, make your nervous system think I'm gonna make the adjustment and do it when it's not ready for it. Because that's when we get the best movement in these areas. Because I'm not trying to fight against a lot of those muscles, just like I know you're not trying to contract a lot of those muscles getting these done. L5 next. Big breath into that nose for me. All the way out. Another nice big breath. Boy, oh boy. You feel that movement too?
Yeah.
That's another one that you don't hear as well on the videos, but there we go. There we go. Just falling right into place for this last adjustment, huh?
Wow. Yeah, it's insane.
So I'm adding a little bit of soft tissue work here as well to help loosen up some of these tight muscles that have been bothering him for a bit too. This piriformis.
It's amazing how sore they are and you don't realize it.
Your body just becomes so accustomed to it that it doesn't register that physical stimulus anymore. Really.
Yeah, you end up walking around like a robot. It's definitely been good to be able to lean over and put my shoes on without it hurting.
We've even gone over too some of the ergonomics and things to do when doing things like that as well, huh?
Yeah.
Because we've got to limit that excess spinal flexion when we're dealing with the injuries and pains and things that you've been suffering from. Big breath, last one here. Oh boy. Feel that one kind of let it go pretty immediately. One more big breath. There we go. It's melting away on you, huh? There's a sore spot, huh?
Yeah, that's a bad one.
I like that breathing pattern you're working on too. I'll have to remind you as much. Can you notice the difference though when breathing in a pattern like that versus the
It does
shallow
make
breathing?
a big difference. Yeah, I guess it's a natural reaction to just hold your breath when you feel that.
Feel pain, yep. That's why a lot of times you kind of hear me or see me breathing like that in the videos, but I don't even realize I'm doing it most of the time.
Yeah, I can definitely feel that my discs seem to be moving around a lot more. They were so rigid before.
Not as stiff or rigid. The biggest thing now is going to be getting somebody a little bit closer for you, huh?
That's a big trip. And a big time
I have
difference.
some stuff in the works there for you. Can't talk too much on that yet.
That would be great.
You'll be one of the first ones to find out about it, I promise. Once we do get you a ring dinger back over there. All right, big breath. Yeah. Another nice big breath in. Very good. There we go. Big breath. Yeah. This is where you can let those arms kind of hang and drop towards the side there for me. Last one. Felt that movement all the way up there, didn't you?
Wow, those are the deep, deep cracks.
We're exactly even. Tell me what this feels like when I bring the legs up this time. Should be the easiest of them all, my friend.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Awesome. And they stay deep. Have you scoot down just a touch for me to get those shoulders off the headpiece there. I always get a lot of questions about this adjustment too. So what we're doing here is we're helping to reestablish a normal forward lordotic curve into that cervical spine. A lot of people will get what's called a military neck or a hypolordotic spine from years and years of forward head posture. And our body's moving multiple planes of motion. That's why you see us going through rotational adjustments, P to A flexion extension adjustments. We go through every single range of motion that your body is responsible for throughout the day. Go face up for me next. And like you said, the biggest factor though that a lot of chiropractors are missing out on is that y-axis decompression. There's very few chiropractors that adjust or do anything on the y-axis. It's going to revolutionize chiropractic. If you find any good chiropractors in your area that are interested at all in these techniques and you know that they're good adjusters because they worked on you in the past, don't be afraid to give them our information. Tell them to come on over here and get the training.
Definitely, they're very good people as well.
Because you'll not only learn how to provide all these adjustments, as you saw a little bit with Dr. V2, we'll go over clinical histories with them, exams, orthopedic neurological testing, the contraindications, indications, all the things that a doctor would need to know to go back and apply these adjustments with his patients, his or her patients. And that's been another part too that's been really fun. You don't see on video as much as the training side of things too. You know, ex-college athlete, I like understanding something myself and then being able to display or show somebody else and teach somebody else that same info too. That's when you know you really got it down pat. There we go. You just came all the way to Houston to get a little bit taller this week, huh? I used to everything from here in Texas. I can swing those legs around for a shout for this one. Crack addicts get the view on this one.
Okay. Wow.
And you did have those first 4 adjustments with Dr. Johnson, and now this is your second adjustment with me. They've been pretty comparable so far.
Yeah.
Same technique, I just added a little bit more like the soft tissue work and
Yep, the
I
soft
might
tissue
do 1 or
stuff.
2 exercises extra for you. Last one. All those muscles drop. There we go. There we go. Elbows and wrists.
Whoa.
Big breath. All those muscles fall, fall, fall. The nervous system wants to twitch against me right there. Kind of fight some of those spots.
Sure does.
Where I feel all that. One more. There we go. Perfect.
Ooh, that was a crack. You ever ripped someone's finger off?
Not yet. I've been trying for a few years now. Our bodies are more resilient than people give it credit for.
Yeah.
You know, just this big piece of glass walking around that's all brittle.
I've kind of felt like that for a while.
Yeah. I don't worry, a lot of people get that idea, especially if you've been in pain for a long time too. Your body doesn't want to be in pain, so it'll start to try and avoid or get around those things with other modifications in your activities of daily living.
There we go.
All right, my friend. Extend it one last time. Since you're here in Houston, we'll shoot you, okay?
All right.
Got a couple inches taller now, huh?
Yeah, but I find my chin is automatically higher than it used to be.
Not feeling
I'm
like
standing
gravitate
up.
forward as much anymore, huh?
Yeah.
Got even space on either side there. Shoulders are looking squared off from the front.
Yeah.
Standing at attention like we're in the military. So would you say that this has been worth the time, energy, and money to make the 17-hour trip and come all the way to Houston, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of money and a big distance to travel, but 100% worth it.
Awesome. Love hearing that. Remember that homework? It's the one big piece of foundation homework.
Yep.
There's lots more that we add to.
Back up.
You gotta come in and be a patient to see those. Last one. All right, my friend. If you go one more time, flexion and extension, should be nice and smooth after all that today.
Oh yeah.
boy.
It's so smooth.
On a swivel now, huh?
It's very fluid. Yeah.
Well, Kingsley,
Amazing.
thank you so much for sharing your experience with the YouTube audience and with the crack addicts out there. Any final closing statements for me?
Don't delay. Don't hesitate. I made a mistake of waiting way too long, 8 years or so. And yeah, it's definitely so worth doing this. It really is.
We hear that pretty often, along with the bruisings and everything there too. That's one of the common lines that a lot of patients come in with. So
Do I get to ring the bell?
Absolutely. You do. Yes. Last ring dinger, and we got a home run on the last one.
Wow.
That's the real deal too, huh?
You're dying to do that.
Well, Kingsley, obviously you're always welcome back here in Houston, but maybe we can get you somebody a little bit closer here pretty soon.
Yeah,
Huh?
that'd be
So if
great.
you're a chiropractor out in the UAE, Dubai, Bahrain, anywhere over there,
Yeah.
and you're interested in some of these techniques, don't be afraid to reach out to us, leave a comment in the video, something like that, and we'll get in touch with you and get you trained up so you can start helping patients like Kingsley over in the UAE.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Safe travels, my
Appreciate
friend.
it.
This is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Tristan Wendt, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas, with Kingsley from Bahrain.
Bahrain.
Bahrain. And we'll see you guys soon. I'll get it right one day.